We are live.
We are back. Guys, it's me, Joe, 1/3 of the CYBERNERDS.
And Raven, your GS.
And today we are talking about episode 20 of season 3 of Star Wars Rebels, Twin Suns. Let's go.
We are live.
It's Raven, your GS.
Joe, 1/3 of the CYBERNERDS. So, Raven.
Don't even know why you're smiling.
Listen, I'm smiling because we had a great episode. Like,
Yes, we did.
I think this I've been debating this. There's 2 episodes of Rebels that I think are probably going to go down as the best episodes for me, and it's this one and the finale of season 2 where Ahsoka and Vader face off
In Malachor.
yeah, in the Sith Temple of Malachor. But let me let you start. Let me throw it to you real quick. Like, tell me like your general thoughts about the episode. How did you feel about it? Obviously, I really liked it. We're gonna get down into the nitty gritty in a second though. But like general thoughts.
There's a lot to take in, man. First of all, RIP to Maul. I'm still mourning, so you can stop smiling. Wipe that smirk off your face.
I just want to know about the episode.
Alright,
I just want to know about the episode.
Cool. And I just want to let you know. That's alright, cool. I think my overall summary of that episode is everything was so right, but at the same time so wrong, and that's just me personally.
Yeah.
And when I say wrong, not that there's anything wrong with the episode itself. I think that's probably the best episode we've had to date. With a great finish, great start, even better finish. But it was just so heartbreaking to watch that.
Nah, I don't want to get to that part yet, but I want to, like, to me, this episode just had a different feel to it. Just from the beginning.
From the beginning, man. Like, again, you know, I have to stay until crazy hours over here in the UK to catch that episode. But yeah, to start off, I was like, wow, we're gonna get something like this episode's about to be so peak.
I think you knew from just the title, Twin Suns, like that it was gonna be a special episode. Shout out to Dave Filoni, because obviously you're still killing the game.
Came through big time in this episode.
One of the things I don't even really know where to start. But like,
it's a lot.
One of my main problems with the Rebels series is that some episodes feel too childish. Yeah. But then you get this episode that is so grown up, so mature in Star Wars, like, and that's the thing. It's on Disney XD, it's on a kids channel, and I get it, I understand it. But I'm happy for those episodes when I get episodes like this, because it makes the balance right. Like, this episode, I don't even want to say it was dark, but it was like, I felt like it was an adult themed episode.
I don't think it was dark, you know. They didn't take it there like certain Clone Wars episodes where it was super dark. I just think with, like, you know, with the previous episodes, you know, like, and this is where it got to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it was like kiddish, there was nothing there, you know, it was just almost feel like a filters, and then bang, you get hit with this and it's just like breathtaking, like, so yeah, man. This episode did a lot.
Alright, so is there anything that you didn't like about this episode? Like, actually didn't like
no,
show-wise?
There is nothing, obviously, man, it's not, there's nothing, I can't say there's anything I didn't like. I loved everything. To me, it's just how it got to me. Okay. That's all there is to this episode. It was a brilliant episode, and to me, this was the best Rebels episode.
There is one thing I didn't really like, and it is not, like, this is just me being nitpicky. There's a moment where Ezra's about to steal the spaceship and he takes the manifest to the the pilot guy. I just think he should have just made that Jedi mind tricked him. I thought that would have just been cool for him to just be like, you want to give me this ship, and he gives him the ship and he goes, instead of oh, take this, I'm gonna run into the ship. Like,
but you know the thing with Ezra, yeah, he doesn't tap into the Force until he's in certain situation or he feels some type of way. You know, that's when he starts to use the Force, you know, to his advantage.
Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. Like, I'm just like a Jedi, like a fully grown, like Kanan would have just would have knew them and he would have went.
That's just something. Right, cool. You know, they'll be just done, but not him.
Alright, now, talk to me. In fact, I'm going to talk about Obi-Wan.
Go on.
Alright, now, it's crazy. Like, Obi-Wan in this episode, to me, is perfect. Like, and I mean perfect because they capture everything about Obi-Wan from Alex McGuinness's in episode 4 and, like, where he's come from being Ewan McGregor in episode 3, like, and, like, what's bad about this is having Obi-Wan in this episode, even though he's like only in half the episode, it shows how bad of a teacher Kanan is. And that's one thing that like hurts me because I love Kanan.
But you can't.
You can't compare.
It's not even comparing. You can't hold Kanan.
Okay,
like that,
I know.
Like that's not his fault.
No, but you gotta understand. Like we're watching. It's like we watch Clone Wars, we watch Jedi Masters, and the best Padawans ever. And now it's like that just gave me a realization of the level of Jedi like we're actually working with in Rebels, and it just like low key discredited them, but in a good way because it just shows that Obi-Wan is on another level. And, like just like
and it's funny because we was talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
We was talking about that the other day, and like the level because we was comparing Luke to him, and back so forth. And listen, Obi-Wan from the time he was under Qui-Gon, he was already surpassing his master then, and to me he's the best Jedi master. I hold him above Yoda, to be honest.
Like the thing is, it's like. It's just hard. It's hard to disagree when they just show like the way he talks, like the way he says things, like he gets across so much in so little. Like Ezra's being Ezra, being a little kid, being all frantic. Oh, I need to help you with this. He's like, yo,
chill out.
Yeah,
chill out.
Yeah, and I got this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and he already knew. He goes. You don't get to be as old and survive so long as I have. But just being that frame of mind, you have to be prepared, and he knew this day was coming, and he was prepared for it. Yeah, which shows the outcome of it as well.
And that's why that is what I love about this episode. Like, I want you to touch on the jewel, but I do want to say it's like everything that happens in this episode clearly explains why the ending is the way the ending is. Because Obi-Wan says everything that you need to know in preparation for the battle.
Preparation was the key.
That was going to come.
And even looking back to the last duel of those two, like I'm pretty sure he learned from that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if Maul wasn't being Maul, again making those mistakes instead of just finishing the job. Obi-Wan would have been dead. Yeah. So obviously he's taken that, and even in their first encounter, Maul could have ended him if he didn't make that mistake. Yeah. So again, he had two opportunities. The third time, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, talk to me about the duel. Talk to me about the battle.
Man, the battle was so emotional for me. Like, it's crazy. Like, for you to understand why I was so emotional about it, first things first, we didn't get Rebels for 2 weeks. Then we get 3 episodes of nothing. Then it starts off, the way it starts off, I'm super gassed. And even taking further back, like reading the new Maul comics, you gotta wonder, why are they releasing more comic right now? Are they gonna, progress with it? And to me, obviously, as a Maul, I'm thinking, they're going to take it deeper. So when it came down to it, and even the preparation where it was like, oh, like you know, he was cloudy, he wasn't sure what to do, and he was like, right, yes, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get Ezra to get to Obi-Wan. And the way he just interrupts the conversation between Obi-Wan and Ezra, it was just sick. And I was like, oh, this is it. You know, this is this part 2? What's going to happen? Because again, he's also in a different frame of mind. He's no longer
a Sith. Yeah.
A Sith. He's no longer Darth. You know, so, oh, what are we getting here? You know, so I just didn't expect the way it ended.
The thing is, I want to jump in there because it's like, I've seen lots of stuff online talking about, oh, the fight was terrible, blah, blah, blah. It should have been longer. Let me address it.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm disagreeing what you just said.
Yeah. And what I think people are not taking into consideration is Obi-Wan Kenobi has now been on Tatooine for years. And he's just there, meditating every day, training every day. I believe while Darth Maul's been cut in half, he's left his dark side train. Like, he's not really tapping into the levels of the Sith. He doesn't have a master anymore.
He has a different approach now.
Yeah, he's got a very different approach. And I'm like, just making some approach up is not gonna beat Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, and it's just like, people who don't like the battle online, I just don't like.
And listen, I think people also overlook the fact that Maul is not young anymore. And if we're going to look at what makes Maul is athleticism. That's what
athleticism,
that's
fighting style.
Exactly, like that's what enhances that he's fighting. He no longer has that. Like, even if you look at athletes, freaking Vince Carter, like, yeah, he was dunking over 7-footers, but can he do that? Like, no, like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
And this is where you gotta use experience. Same thing with Obi-Wan. He's not young, he's gotta use experience. And this is exactly what he did. Just look at execution. That is pure execution. This is why I am not mad the way it ended. I was just surprised.
Yeah.
How it ended.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, you were surprised. I wanted it to end like that because that's the right way for the fight to go.
Right.
But I was surprised more that they did it.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, oh, you know, they're like, we're so used to having the big fights that last, you know, 2 minutes, flipping around.
Like that.
We're so used to that. But when they said this is not that, like, Obi-Wan's not playing the games that he usually plays. This ain't a contest no more. No. I'm a master now. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've got a big thing. And another thing is that I think what made Obi-Wan more focused was when he said, you're protecting someone.
Yeah.
From that time,
it was over. Yeah.
His eyes, you see it. Like this is not what it was before.
Yeah.
I gotta protect certain someone.
Yeah. Nothing's messing up that mission. I mean, so one of the things I'd love after the battle, Obi-Wan catching Maul.
That's like
that is a warrior's ending. Like
I'm telling you, like he understood what it was between them. And
it's over, like, you know.
and it's over, and what's so crazy about it, like, you gotta think about it, this is the most hateful being in the universe. His whole life, like, even now reading the new Maul showing him how impatient he is, his blood thirst, like, that's who he is. And this guy dies in peace. I'm telling you, I did not see this coming. I would have never said Maul will die peacefully. Never.
I totally agree, but it's just like it made so much sense. Just the way, like, you're being held in the arms of your arch nemesis. He's won, and you're asking him, like, what are you doing, like, and he's telling you, like, look, we don't get along, but low key our mission is exactly the same, and I'm gonna do it. And when he says he will avenge us, not me. Like, it's like, did Maul just see Obi-Wan's future there? Like, does he know what's gonna happen? And I was just like a standing ovation. Like, this is throw the roses. It was amazing.
It was crazy. I'm telling you, I was on Twitter. I was atting everyone, Dave Filoni, like, I was like, yo, talk to me, what's guy, like, I was so emotionally, like, after watching it, I was like, wow.
And you know what, like, the cherry on top is just that scene with Obi-Wan, and then you just hear, that was just the cherry on top. I was just like, they're doing too much now, it was amazing, like, this for me, I told you, it ranks up there, top 2 episodes of Rebels for me, like, amazing, worth the wait. Now, what's crazy is next week's the finale. Like, how do you top that? So I'm expecting there to be big fireworks next week, and
it's a double
bill hour long episode. So gonna be ready for that, man. What else have you got for that? I just think, and this might sound a bit far-fetched, and it might be just me being a Maul fan, that I think Maul will manifest through Ezra. Sorry, like, there's no, to me it makes perfect sense for the guy who holds on to everything, like, to his mission, to his hate, and his hate shifted from the Jedi to the Sith. And we all know he's got that connection with Ezra, you know, so, like, we spoke about it, the whole incident at the Night Sisters' place. Where they got connected through
exactly. So, you know, them two working in Malachor together. He keeps calling him my apprentice. Like, do you think, why would he say all of those things all of a sudden it just gets cut off? No, Star Wars doesn't do that. I think Ezra.
That's a legit prediction, but you know what? I'm not even gonna comment on it. I want to see where it goes. So look, once and always, look, shout out to all the TCN fam out there, Vanessa Marshall, Freddie Prinze Jr. Happy birthday,
Andrew
Kishino. Happy birthday to you. It was your birthday a couple days ago. Hopefully you get to check this out. And what else can I say? Like, R.I.P. to Darth Maul. Sam Witwer, shout out to you as well.
Oh yeah, can't forget him, man.
Get me. Now guys, we've got a big announcement to make. If you don't know already, CYBERNERDS.com is now live on the internet. So go there, sign in, log in, become a member, and get all of our content every single week. Also, don't forget, sign up on Patreon, become part of the CyberNerds fam. Sign up on Patreon and show us your support. Guys, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the CyberNerds.
And I'm Raven, your GS.
You're watching Sith Temple, and we'll see you on the next episode.